I'm going to do something today called BerrySymposium. First, we download AI 2-1. It is usually found on my Google Classroom page, and we're going to entitle it BerrySymposium. Once we download that, like I said, we're going to save it as BerrySymposium. So I'll pause this video until I save it in the respected folder, and then I'll pick it up from then. Okay, so this is saved as BerrySymposium. You'll see the name up there. It tells us a bunch of different things like viewing and hiding the bounding box. A bounding box is the box around the image that lets you resize it. So it just wants to make sure that if the bounding box is showing, you're going to click hide. So ours is showing, we click hide, and we don't have any object on there yet, but the bounding box is now hidden. It tells us to click the T for type tool. See the screen tip there? And we'll click about in the center. See how it says guide and intersect is what we're looking for, about in the center. And then after we click about in that center, we'll type the word Berry in all caps. After we do that, we'll click the black arrow, which is the selection tool, and just gonna click and move Berry around to make sure that it's centered. And when it says intersect, it usually means it's centered. We're gonna go ahead and go to Window and go down to the Type option, and we have Type. We'll click Character. Character was also up here, but if someone doesn't see it, I'd like to go through the menus first. After you have that character up, we're going to go and notice the different font family, style, and a lot of different things. This chapter we're talking about fonts and manipulating them. So we're going to do a lot about that, but this is just an intro to make sure everyone can follow these instructions and get that same desired result that I'd like them to. After we do that, we're going to go ahead and make sure that all of our options are shown. Sometimes the options are hidden, so you would click this down arrow to show the options, and we have most of our options right here. After you have that, I usually go over each of these boxes and they read the tooltips, as I sometimes have them repeated, or I'll ask where the character rotation is and they'll have to show me. I usually circulate the room when this goes on, but that's pretty much it. Once that is set, we're going to go ahead and edit the size of Berry to be 142, and you can click enter. See how Berry increased in font. We're going to change the font style to the traditional Times New Roman. And typing it probably would have been better, but I selected it, Times New Roman, and it's just going to be a regular font. Times New Roman regular, and the size is still 142. And then the horizontal scale, which I lost. All right, horizontal scale. If I were teaching this, I would say on the right side of your character menu, the third option down, a T with a horizontal line going left to right underneath it. That's how I would tell them to get to it. So once that's there, we're going to reduce that to 90%. And then you can go ahead and close that out. And then it says to deselect. It's selected right there, so we're going to deselect by just clicking the artboard. This white board is the artboard. And then it tells us to save it. Well, it doesn't, but I'm going to let everyone save it now. And then I'm just about done. This would be a great stopping point between the instruction. This is a very long project, and I want to make sure that everyone has exactly what it should be going on. All right, I'm going to center this by my eye in the middle of our screen, and I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video, and the next part I'll talk about in terms of what they should get and following instructions, etc. Thank you.